So I will not pay $90 for this controller, but $60? Let's talk about it. Hey, how's it going? This is going to be the unboxing portion of the PowerA Fusion Pro 2 controller. Yeah, I know this controller's been around for a while, but yeah, this is my first time getting my hands on this controller because now it is going on for about $60 instead of $90. This controller seems to have 4 mappable Pro back buttons, which are not buttons, but paddles. 3-way trigger lock, includes a premium case and swappable parts, and rubberized grip. So yeah, this looks pretty nice. So let's open this up. See if I can get this. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use scissors. All right, so here we go. This is what you get out the box. Nothing inside, so we can just put this aside. Ooh, and you get a nice looking case. All right, I might set this aside. I want to do accessories first because we always gotta do accessories. So the first thing it looks like you get is, a pamphlet or a booklet. All is plastic. Woo! Here you go. So, PowerA Fusion sticker. PowerA Fusion, another sticker. PowerA Fusion, hold on, booklet. So I'll show you the front, the back. Oh, it shows you the removable top shell within the removable sticks and how to put them back on. Oh, cool. So you always remove the shell first, then the sticks, then put the sticks back first, and then you put the shell on last. Tells you how to put on the back butt plates too. And even shows you how to clip them on, which is actually important. Oh, and also shows you how to map the buttons. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, looks like you hold down one button for 1, 2, 3 seconds. Light starts blinking, then you can push any button on the controller and you can map it. I like that. Very simple, no software needed. And yep, that's pretty much most of it. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put this away. All right, and we got this wrapper, which we're gonna unbox right here. All right, so looks like you get the Fusion case. Ooh, listen to that zipper. All right, and there we go. So it looks like it comes with, what's this? USB-C, USB-C, USB, USB-C. A USB-C, yes you are. USB-C to USB-A, all right. Looks like you get an open and close. Interesting backplate. And looks like you get some thumbsticks. These look like a little bit taller, but oh my, wait, these feel just the same as on the regular Xbox Series / Core controllers. Oh, one's concave and one's not. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna set that to the side. Oh, and I hope I'm not missing nothing. It's kind of weird how you get one concave and one regular. And this is the controller. Oh, and sorry, before I admit, here's the other shell right here, mind you. So let's move this out the way. All right, so this is the controller, and the first thing I notice, it's interesting. So I don't usually use paddles for back buttons. This is my first time using paddles. But it's interesting because my middle finger and my other finger, like so my middle finger and this finger, they immediately sit on top of the paddles comfortably, and it's not like I'm accidentally clicking them. Oh, I can see, yeah. I can see myself accidentally clicking these. The ABXY feels, it feels good. It doesn't feel nothing special, but it feels good. Like a basic, regular Xbox feeling. The joysticks feel really good. Looks like you have a notch for increasing and decreasing the volume of your mic. Ah, interesting. So you have buttons and oh my God, wait. It's like, you can feel like an intense amount of weight on this side of the joystick and this side. Like I don't know if it's like heavy rumble, but I heard that they put like heavy weights inside of the part of the joystick to make it feel heavier, which, I mean, you don't really need to make a controller look heavier as long as it works very well. But yeah, I mean, the left trigger and right trigger feels fine. The LB and RB, they feel fine. So let's look at the back of the controller. You see you got trigger stoppers. Let's test this. So this is a full way. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, someone was knocking on my door, but yeah, so these are triggers. We're gonna flip this to 50% and it's not really much of a difference. Huh, I mean, it is stopping it like halfway, kind of. All right, let's try 100. Okay, yeah, that's a bigger difference. Less travel time, but also they do work. It's just that ever since I understand what hair triggers were, I always prefer hair triggers over regular like trigger stoppers, but I mean, they work. Might as well be 100% or 0. The 50% one, not a big fan of. All right, so this is the programming button and these are the back buttons. So I'm pretty sure you could just lift it and oh my God, this is really easy to remove. Interesting. So this is the power right here. Huh. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, and the paddles are held by magnets. It feels a little flimsy, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, this controller is on sale for $60 right now, and this is like a $90 controller, so. And it doesn't seem like this controller supports profiles, so whatever you set the back buttons to is what the back buttons are set to. You can't switch between profiles, and there's no software for this, so you get what you get. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the controller to show you. I mean, I think the only thing left now is to probably play some games, but first I wanted to see if I can, take off the top plate and let's put on another top plate. So yeah, it looks like you can put on a new top plate. So it looks like there's a little lip right here where you can just peel it off and put the other one back on. But this one's better anyway because this one has a rubberized grip right here, so. Oh wait. Yeah, I accidentally slid my finger underneath of this and it kind of went up. I can see that being a problem with the paddles. But yeah, I guess I will start using this controller, start playing some video games with this, and I'll let you guys know how this feels. So without further ado, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so here I am in Gamepad Tester, and as you see, I have the controller right here. And the first thing I want you guys to notice before I even test out the joystick is, look how off-center these joysticks are. These joysticks are really, really off-center. But anyway, let's get into doing the joystick test. All right, so we're gonna do one swell swoop. And actually it's better than I expected. I thought these were going to be extremely inaccurate joysticks. Well, I mean, these are a high error rate, but it's not as high as I thought it was. These are like a standard error rate for some like lower quality third-party controllers. But yeah, you get a 12% error rate on one side and a 13% error rate on the other side. So anyway, let's move along with this review. Okay, so to program a button on the back pedals is really simple. So on the back of the controller, there's a profile button you want to hold for 3 seconds or until the light starts blinking. Once the light starts blinking, you want to press any button on the controller. For me, it will be X. Then the light will start blinking really rapidly. And then you just want to press one of the buttons on the back pedal. For me, I'm going to press this back pedal right here. And there you go. Now the button is, or the back pedal is mapped to the button. Really simple. Okay, so I've been using the PowerA Fusion Pro 2 controller for about a month now, and I have to say, like, at first, paddles weren't really my kink at first, but then after a while, I actually got used to using paddles. I just use kink to describe paddles. What is wrong with me? Anyway, like I was saying before, like, yeah, my middle finger and my ring finger can sit on anywhere on the paddles. I'm able to press them down very easily. And this is actually really convenient for first person shooters and stuff. So I don't have to move one finger around. I can literally just press all of them within a whim. So I can understand why people like paddles. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about that this controller is extremely heavy for a wire controller. This controller weighs 367 grams, which is extremely heavy. And there is actually a reason for this. So this is not due to having really good build quality. This is due to PowerA literally putting lead weights inside this controller. Now there's been plenty of teardowns of this controller that shows like the lead weights inside, but yeah, it's kind of sucks that PowerA tries to trick you into thinking that this is a high quality product, when the whole time they just want to weigh it down with weights to trick people. I also want to talk about the back pedals a little bit more on this controller. So the back pedals are actually held in by a magnet, and there's also these little plastic little prongs that hold the paddles in place, and they're kind of weak. I can easily rattle them very easily on all of them. And also if I do a shake test, I can easily knock out one of the paddles just by shaking the controller. And I really wish that this controller had stronger magnets, and I also wish that there was something more secure than this little plastic prongs that are holding these in place, because I can definitely see this breaking, or over time the magnets getting weaker to the point where that the paddles will not stay on. Okay, so for $90 I would definitely not recommend the PowerA Fusion Pro 2 controller, just for the fact of the joysticks really being low quality and off center out of the box, the flimsy back paddles, and also the extra weight that's in these controllers that weighs it down for no reason. Yeah, this controller is definitely not worth $90. But this controller for $60, I mean, you do get another faceplate, you do get 2 extra swappable joysticks, and you get a carrying case with this controller. So for a $60 controller, I will have to say that the PowerA Fusion Pro 2 controller for $60, I will give it a 6 out of 10. It is slightly above average, and I would recommend this for players who actually like to use back pedals. I can understand why players like to use back paddles, because it's easy to push all of the paddles with all your fingers and you don't have to move your fingers at all, rather than taking one finger and moving up and down on the paddle from one paddle to another. So, but if you prefer back buttons over paddles, then yes, there are better options out there. I mean, you can get the big one Elite pack and throw that on the back of your Xbox Series X controller, and that will make that controller into a Elite-like controller. Or if you're on PC, you could just get the FlyDigiVader 2 controller, which is a $60 controller, has 4 back buttons, and has a bunch of features that I honestly would recommend over this controller. But if you're somebody who is looking for a controller with 4 back paddles for a cheap price and with a carrying case and a little bit of customization, then yeah, the PowerA Fusion Pro 2 controller, yeah, I can recommend it. But yeah, it's an average controller. 6 out of 10. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. You guys know what to do if you like this video. Just hit that like button for me, and also subscribe to the channel, because I am working on another controller review, which I actually am really excited for this controller. And also I'm planning on doing 2 other controller reviews before the end of the year, which are going to be like a little shorter reviews, but these controllers I actually like a lot, and I think you guys would like them too. So stay tuned for the next episode. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.